Oh my god, and he's out of the park! Before we make chase, let's go and loot his buddy's effects for a basic Bokoblin bow. It's made by taking any tree branch and just tying a string to either end, so don't expect much in the way of combat effectiveness. Yeah, this is quite literally the bottom of the barrel in terms of firepower and durability, so you kind of only want to use it in a last-ditch effort to save yourself, or in our case, to use it to try to kill this guy, who apparently has an incredible amount of health to his name. Good God, please. Oh, I'm accidentally hitting him over to his friends. I really need to stop doing that. So let's do this and get you to maybe at least go in a different direction here. Here we go. One more time. And he gets launched in the wrong direction. Great. Please, brother, in Christ, I'm begging you. Man. Okay. I don't think anybody noticed, but I got some extra arrows out of that. Thank you. Just recuperating all of the arrows that I earned. Nice. So my shield is still good, and we should be fine. I'm probably not going to worry too much about... I guess I could probably throw this on for now. We'll also be getting other kinds of arrows, which is nice. But I'm also going to go ahead and switch on... yeah, we'll take this. And see what we can do. Thank you. Like I said, arrows are absolutely worth going out of your way for because they're really expensive for one thing, and you can go a long way in battle by just notching headshots left and right. So yeah, let's go head over here and find ourselves at odds with more arrows and our first tower, which doesn't look like much at the moment. Well, that was not entirely expected. But welcome to the Great Plateau Tower. Anytime you happen to climb a tower and access its information, you can extract its regional map, and this is incredibly helpful, for obvious reasons.
"あなたは100年の間眠っていたのです。この怪物が本当の力を取り戻したとき、世界は終わりを迎えてしまう。だから手遅れになってしまう前に、早く
that, my friends, is where we're going to next. In about 400 episodes, I would wager. Well, there's not really much else to do up here, so it's time to make the descent back down. And until we find something that makes this a little easier for us to do, we're gonna have to take it a little slower. And luckily for us, they were kind enough to not put too many very deep drops for us. But we made a number of shrines appear, and oh boy, there are a ton of them. If you have the DLC, the total comes to 124 of these mini dungeons, and they are pretty intense, as I'm sure this old man who is paragliding out of the nethers is gonna tell us. My, it seems we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It's almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you don't mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop the tower? Well, probably shouldn't be telling you this, but yeah, there was a voice. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? No. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. Now, I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? Well, I think I have to. The voices in my head tell me I need to. I'm destined for this. I had a feeling you would say that. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down, at least safely. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. What are you trying to hint at here, Gramps? Piqued your interest, have I? Yeah, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not. I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing, because there's always got to be a catch. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Absolutely. Well, our new quest is the isolated plateau. We could take a look at our adventure log and see more specifically what we need to do. After your descent from the tower, the old man told you the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed 100 years ago by Calamity Ganon. You hear a voice coming from Hyrule Castle, but you can't reach it unless you leave the plateau using the paraglider. The old man said he will give you the paraglider in exchange for the treasure that lies within a hidden location somewhere. So he's gonna show us something. Is this what I literally just mentioned? Sometimes I do tend to get a little ahead of myself. Very slowly we will walk up, just so that we can bear witness to the shrine. Yeah. It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. Yeah, that's a great shot. I would think such a place might have some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. I suppose, but only if the treasure is more beneficial to you than it is to me. Chances are it's not, so we'll see how that happens. Over here in Master Mode, we're going to have a lot more diversity in terms of enemies and their placements, so we want to be kind of careful with how we approach some of these enemies. You can see that we have Octoroks that are seemingly keeping this platform suspended, and I did not want you to see me just yet, which is bad. So, cool. Well, there's an ancient gear. Despite being incredibly old, its build quality is leaps and bounds above anything built using current technology. So he summoned his friends, and what we can do is actually shoot them down pretty easily. But now he's got all of his friends. Okay, maybe I'll just wait. He is a little too anxious. Yeah, just go ahead and summon the entire armada, why don't you? Please. Sheesh. Well, the good thing about, oh my god, he's got fire arrows. That's crazy. All right, well, we definitely don't want him hitting us, because he's got some pretty good aim. Yeah, maybe we'll just go straight to the shrine. We'll worry about that stuff later, because there might be some good stuff there for us, but there might be some even better ones over here. So if I were to shoot down just one of those balloons, we would be able to probably just kill the bokoblins, because they can't swim. That's their one major downfall, is they never learned, despite having all of this water surrounding them. It's like clocking in for another shift at the old, the old watering hole, and I still don't know how to swim. So, depending on whether or not you have the DLC, if you have the Switch 2 version, you probably do, you'll find these EX chests. And what's nice about these is that they hold really good equipment. And sometimes even things like precious gems. So rubies are among one of the more expensive materials that you can sell, and it's very good to get your hand on that as soon as you possibly can. For now, let's go and access our first shrine. We'll be seeing this animation pretty often, so I'll end up skipping it every now and then. But the travel gate was registered to map. Oh. I think it's been literally 9 years since I've seen that animation, because he just button mashed through it every time. But let's head down and take on our first trial. Ooh, and the master mode. Ah, that's so cool. To you who set foot in this shrine, I am Oman Ao. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. The Magnesis trial. This is incredible. And they give it to us without a hitch. With that, we have Magnesis. Manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. It pours forth from the Magnesis rune. Objects held in the magnetic snare can be lifted up and moved freely, which is excellent for us, and I can definitely appreciate having this new ability in our possession. You want to be really careful, because it's very easy to accidentally hurt yourself when flinging this metallic stuff to and fro, so be fairly cognizant about when and where you're moving stuff around, and we can move forward just a little bit. What's nice is you can also fish chests that are made of metal out of water and pick those up at your own leisure. But you do have to be fairly close in order to activate them, and you can move them basically however you want. So let me see, do we have something up here? One of the things that I love about these shrines is that you're kind of limited in your movement. You can't climb on all of the surfaces here, just like you can in the normal game. But what we're gonna do here is probably just go ahead and knock down this, or maybe we can deal with this freaking guardian, which is kind of scary. Oh god, I don't like it. You know, we could just fight him normally, but Jesus. All right, here, let's try this. Yeah, we can just also like drop. Ooh, it's not that strong though. There we go. He can only hit us with beams because he doesn't have any weapons, but oh yeah, he's got moves. Ooh, God. Ugh. Okay, let me try dropping, maybe. The higher you drop, the more damage it does. Oh, he's got all sorts of moves. Here, let's just do this. I think you can just like bully him. Okay, this isn't so bad. You can also shoot the hell out of his eye, so that might be helpful too. Heesh. So he drops some materials, which is good, but they're still kind of scary. because I hit hard. But yeah, right up there, we've got ourselves a chest. So I'm gonna go and take this. I'm gonna go and move you on over here. If you don't mind, I could have probably used this, dropped it on his head. I also want to be kind of careful. You aren't nearly as well versed to adjust the movement of your items that you have in your hold as you are in Tears of the Kingdom, which is kind of a shame, but that's all right. We'll make do with it, and we'll grab our first proper shrine treasure. This is the Traveler's Bow. Thank you. I already got one of those, but I'll take another. Listen, thank you. And that is it. That is our tutorial, our crash course, in the lovely Magnesis trial. Let's go ahead and claim our prize in the form of a spirit orb. We've obtained a symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. We get our health restored, and may the goddess smile upon us. And that's that, more or less. Thank you for telling us even more about the ability we just obtained. So we get that paraglider now, right? It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. Yeah, how did you know? Clairvoyance, so perhaps just something similar. Yeah, he saw the plot. As one gets older, it can be more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that is not true for everyone. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of this shrine, that's something else. And it's connected to the Sheikah stone you carry on your hip there. Paraglider, please. It's been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah stone. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago. Or so it's said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. But you would be wrong. There's actually a 5th in total. Bring me the treasure from each of these shrines and I will give you my paraglider. Now hold on just a second. That is not what we agreed on. I knew I should have gotten that in writing. Well, I suppose I changed my mind, sucker. I'm sure that won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I'll also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see. How about you make your way to the top of the tower once again? Sure. Easier said than done, I guess. But allow me to teach you something before you go. Take a look at the map. No, great. So he's going to teach us about the fine art on teleportation. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah Slate, which is very helpful. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Sure, of course not. Alright, well now he's going to walk slowly back, and from there I'll be able to scout the location of another shrine. It's a little suspicious how much he knows about this though. Okay, well, before we do any of that, I do want to do some slight exploration, including destroying some things that might have some good stuff in them. A couple of arrows. We also got ourselves another chest here in the drink. So we'll go and take this for some amber, a fossilized resin with a caramel-esque sheen to it. It's been valued as a component in decorations and crafting since ancient times. I typically just sell the amber, but there's probably a case to be made for, you know, using it for its intended purposes. Over here, we've got Hyrule herbs. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. These are really good for increasing the number of hearts your meals restore, so we'll be picking some of those up, and we'll eventually find some use for them. Over here, we've got another chest and a suspicious-looking plank here. Let me go and see what this does for us. Surely there might be something good in here. At least one would hope. We got opal, a valuable ore that gives off a mesmerizing iridescence similar to the inside of a seashell. Contains the power of water. That's pretty nifty. Over here we've got ourselves a massive rock that we can drop on this stuff. Might make it a little easier to bust open. Also use this for combat, but we also should probably go ahead and lift it up even more. That might be helpful. Yeah, you can really get some fall damage on that. Oof. So all that for some arrows, baked apple, which is good. And that is just about it. Do we need this for anything? Oh, hold on. We have like a little swamp area here. You can step in this for a very brief moment of time before sinking into it. So I wouldn't recommend that. So instead, I see exactly what we got to do here. We're gonna go and move this clear on over to that little ledge over there. And there might even be a Korok around here. I might be taking a slight diversion somewhere so that I can more easily find these things, but as slowly as we can muster. And we'll go and drop this right here so we can grab these double chests. Let me see if I do this. Nope, that's not quite good enough. Oh yeah, there's some down there. Let's try it again. Just a little better. That should be all right. Nope. Come on, Mr. Cruz, you can do this. Here, let me actually just like, here we go, test it. Is this how I'm supposed to do this? That seems a little tight. No? Let me try this. Okay. I almost don't trust that, but I guess I don't have a choice. Over here we've got fire arrows. So they break apart on impact, igniting objects in the immediate area. Incredibly effective against cold things, and that cannot be understated enough. Which leads me to believe that in chest number 2, we've got ourselves ice arrows, freezing objects in the immediate area and incredibly effective against hot things. That's gonna be pretty appropriate for later. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this right on in here where it connects the chain. And in doing this, we'll be able to hopefully rescue a friend. It's another Korok buddy. Nice. Well, that's cool. So there are a ton of different ways that you can find these Koroks off in the land, and I don't know if I'll remember each and every one of them, but I'll try my best to, you know, not go too crazy about trying to find them. Just like this fella right here. Sometimes they'll be under rocks, sometimes they'll be under trees. Sometimes you have to line up the number of apples in a row of trees in order to find them. But another reason why you'd want to pick up stones is that they'll sometimes have some pretty neat little critters under them. So definitely something we want to take into consideration. But as night seems like it's beginning to fall, we are going to want to be a little careful because it's a lot more dangerous when the sun goes down, especially when you're in a stamella shroom shortage. It's chock full of natural energy. We can cook it to release its stamina restoration properties. That sounds good to me. Unless I'm mistaken, got a couple of Froggos here. Thank you. I'm going to take some of you. Appreciate it. There is, ooh, do I need to put something in there? Sometimes you'll find these stumps that will seemingly have nothing in them. And I think most of them don't do anything. But, is this? Yeah, that's where that guy was. I'm gonna go head up in here because I think this is where we can learn about cooking. And we do need a pot in order to cook properly. We can't just throw it on the fire. But it's pretty easy finding that stuff. And there is a lovely little gentleman here. Should probably go and finish him, but he's probably not without a friend. A lot of bokoblins typically don't wander around by themselves. So I would recommend just scoping out the area and making sure that either his friend's far away or you can get them separated. We're not really in prime fighting condition just yet, but this might help. So long as we keep them separated. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, thank you. Sure, we'll use the Traveler Sword. Ooh. Okay, this is bad. Don't like having both of them on hand, but that's all right. That's why we have 30 freaking arrows, you know? Sheesh. Okay, this was a mistake. I could probably try an ice arrow. Ooh, we're getting hit there. Here we go, the twofer. Okay, so let's do this. Let's set them on fire. Oh, they're smart. Oh, that's good. He's on fire. Sheesh. Oh, here we go. Thank you. I don't like attacking the other guy immediately. Oh, we're toast, brother. Nope, not like this. Not like this. Oh, thank you. Give me this. I need it. Oh, I am in desperate need of some weapons. Here, let's do this. I don't want to waste my fire arrows, but hit him in the face and then do just a little more. Oh, God, give me that. They can still hit you in the face and, oh, God. Well, this is bad. We've got ourselves stout goblins and my shield's broken almost, but at least we can use their arms against them. Oh, it's kind of gross to strap it to your back, but it'll do in a pinch. It's old and fragile, so it's quick to break, which is fine, because these guys literally will die in a single hit. And that's it. You gotta destroy their heads, and then you're good. Let me take the spear. Haphazardly carved from a large tree branch. It looks like its original intent was for skewering meat and cooking it, but it does have some combat merit as well. As you can see, it's got quite a lot of range, and we'll want to hold on to it in a pinch. There's a fire over there, and there's also a few of these lovely little fireflies we can sneak up on and grab. These fireflies glow gently in the dark. When cooked with monster parts, the compound that causes it to glow results in an elixir that allows you to move more quietly. So if you're somebody who favors stealth like I do in most situations, this would be an excellent thing to grind for. But you don't want to do too much of it, because if you take too many loud steps, they'll just fly away, which is completely understandable. All right, we got some weapons, and we should be fine. There's also this right here, so, you know, because I have one of you, let's go and wash them away, maybe? Can I do this, or do I need to blow it up? Wow, interesting. I can't blow this away. That's insane. I could have sworn that you could use the Korok to do that, but maybe I just need to... No, I think I just need to blow it up. Or maybe hit it with a fire arrow or something. Let's head over here. Ooh, you are nice and stocked up, my friend. Thank you.